banditry. Let's talk something else. To our final story. The greatest wealth is said to be health. The close and second place is financial well-being. In a bid to make life easier for Nigerians, the federal government has announced the removal of value-added tax VAT on essential commodities like diesel, cooking gas, liquefied petroleum gas (LPG), compressed natural gas, electric vehicles and clean cooking equipment. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, noted that the policy is aimed at promoting the adoption of greener energy solutions as well as easing financial burden faced by many households. Okay, let me start with you, Adekunle. The recent announcement by the Federal Ministry of Finance with the removal of VAT, which is value-added tax. Explain to me, what does this mean? Talking about the VAT modification order of 2024, what does this mean?
This is probably, because I've taken time to study it, this is probably, this year, this is probably the best policy that I've seen from this government.
Okay.
Because if it's properly implemented, it will have direct bearing on ordinary folks, households, not just businesses alone. And what they're trying to do here is that by removing VAT, especially from gas, LNPG, CNG, all of that, it will bring down cost of energy significantly. And where that happens, it will reduce financial burden on households. It will make the prices of everything cheaper. It will make, businesses more competitive. And, we are talking about hardship. Yeah, this is a very beautiful, strategy to combat it. And if it is properly implemented, and it goes beyond just, reducing the financial strain on households, if it's implemented on a very long-term basis, what the government is trying to say is that Nigerians will be moving away from fossil fuel, petrol, and because it also includes electric, electric cars. So Nigerians, you just see them moving towards, gas-powered, vehicles, moving towards electric vehicles, and the overall objective is it will have on the environment, because those ones don't bring, much of, trouble into our environment. Like, you understand me? So when you take a look at it, it goes beyond the economy. It goes beyond, helping to, lessen the tension in the household, reduce the financial strain and all of that. Is something that can help Nigeria to send a big message to the world that, here, a struggling economy, this is what we are doing.
Yes, Sustainable Development Goal 7, talking about cleaner energy. But, BKO, let's talk about gas. Now, VAT has been removed. To fill a 12.5 kilograms gas, it takes you 17,000 naira. Now, when they take out this VAT, that's, I think, about 7.5.
7.5%.
There's still little. Now, let's look at, will this initiative bring the expected relief for the consumers across the country?
Well, when you look at diesel, okay, of all those items, diesel is the most critical. Is the most critical to everyone's well-being. All of those articulated vehicles coming from the north, bringing food from the north to the south, and vice versa, they run on diesel.
Any complaints?
You cannot, you can't expect that all of those vehicles will start running on CNG. CNG is way cheaper, but it's not every articulated vehicle that we can convert to CNG. Even America, how many vehicles are on CNG?
On CNG,
the CNG penetration in the US is very low. But if we can reduce the price of diesel, many companies, look at TVC now. When we don't have light, we are forced to use diesel. If I tell you about our diesel consumption, you'll be amazed. It's a lot of money. And this thing in the last 2 years, the cost has been growing astronomically. So businesses, manufacturing concerns, a lot of them don't rely on public electricity supply. I remember one time when flour mills disconnected from public electricity supply and were just using diesel. You can imagine now how much it costs for companies to stay afloat. The other day, some media houses reduced their operating hours because of high cost of diesel. And diesel is now even more expensive now than that time. So it was one of the suggestions that Ajero and Co. gave to the government. We have to give him credit. They were the ones who suggested that VAT on diesel should go because manufacturing companies were groaning. Energy cost is a big problem in our country because we can't trust providers of public electricity to make sure that everybody has it. In fact, the analysis I read showed that about 133 million Nigerians have no access to electricity. Imagine how bad that is, 133 million. So if the diesel VAT is no longer charged on diesel, and I will hope that this is not just a mere announcement that they implement. Because many things they announce, they don't eventually implement. I won't go further, but they know. They know I'm not lying against them. So let us see the impact that this will have, especially on diesel. And then, since we are looking for alternatives to fossil fuels, we can see electric cars, also good alternatives. Yes, good alternatives. You can see the governor of Borno State brought in electric cars, you know, and they were charging 50 naira per drop for those taxis.
Ogun State just recently did for motorcycles, electric motorcycles.
So, and then cooking gas. One of the problems we have with cooking gas is that the companies, the IOCs, prefer to produce for their foreign clients. And they've been told that, look, set aside a good chunk of what you produce for the local market. Because it is inadequate supply that drives high cost. So they are telling them, produce more for local consumption. Now, if they can do that, and the fact that VAT will not also be charged, the price of cooking gas would come down. But what we can say is government should do a lot more.
A lot more. All right, we have
the pain on our people.
Okay. All right, we have Mohammed Aliu. Mohammed Aliu, let's have this conversation. Good evening. Mohammed Ali from Abuja, are you still with us? Okay. All right, let's get back to...
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
Mohammed.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, keep talking. Don't stop. Just keep talking.
Okay, pardon me. I'm one of the fans of Journalist Hangout. I just want to contribute through you to Mr. President that...
Don't listen to yourself. Just keep talking.
Okay, please, if there's anything you can ask to the President, I want a situation where to fix our economy, to make it look better, if the federal government can give free import, that is without duties, import without duties to the productive sector, to the manufacturing sector, especially machines, at least for a minimum of 12 months, then it can be reviewed. If it's fixing the economy in terms of productivity and employment, then the government can again extend it for another 12 months so that import manufacturing sectors especially those that are in
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're pressed for time, but good suggestion.
Yes,
Good thing
yes.
said.
I've seen Ghana do it. I've seen Ghana do it. If you are bringing in raw material for manufacturing, they allow you, they give you, they allow you to bring it in without duty.
Okay.
I don't know if they cancelled that policy, but there was a time, some years back, when they did it as a way of stimulating production, you know, in that sector, because that sector is too critical, and a lot of them are folded up in the last few years. We need to help save those manufacturing companies, because the growth that we want, they are the ones who can really drive it, you know, by providing employment, you know, for our people.
Sure. All right. We're pressed for time, but you were talking about something about the message Nigeria will be passing to foreign investors, the fact that we are now embracing cleaner sources of energy, the Sustainable Development Goal 7. What message will Nigeria be passing? You know,
before we talked about the message, we want this government to pursue this, the implementation.
The implementation to the very end.
If it does not, then it will make no sense. But this is a good strategy the government can use to silence its detractors. Its critics.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? Because this is a brilliant strategy to help everybody. It will help the businesses. It will help households. Imagine you go to buy your gas far cheaper. You imagine you have
I just filled my gas today, 17,000.
So most Nigerian companies, businesses run on diesel, not on power supply. So government with this, government can directly change the narrative in that, which will affect everything.
Everything. All right, thank you.
Implementation is key. That's just it. The idea is beautiful, nothing to add, but it must be implemented very well.
To the letter.
Because I'm here to see the impact of the executive order on the farmer, sector, where the president has, removed the tariffs and all. We are here to see anything. The cost of medicines, everything is still high. So,
all right. Thank you very much, Adekunle Yusuf. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Bikil. Thank you very much for having this conversation. And to all those who called in, thank you very much. And that's it on Journalist Hangouts today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11 and join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now and God bless Nigeria.